Peace, infinite waters diving deep once again. We are here. Something I nearly forgot. Thank goodness I didn't. Can I get a hello there? What is that? That everything you need will come to you at the perfect time. That everything you need will come to you at the perfect time. Oh, is that true? I didn't think so, right? Let me share with you what's helped me remember what I call certain principles which allow me to enjoy the fruits of my labor and help me to become my greatest version. Because I get thousands of questions every single day from people who feel like giving up. And I always say, look, as human beings, we got a pretty short memory, right? Patience. I've been patiently waiting to blow. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Infinite Waters Show. But no, we don't want to do that because we just want it right now. And I nearly forgot that you've got to be so patient in whatever you're doing. Maybe you're running a business right now. Maybe you're going to college right now. Maybe you're in a relationship right now and you're going through a rocky time. Maybe you had an argument with a really great friend or the cat down the road. I don't know. But you got to be patient to realize that everything you need will come to you at the right time. So I'm in Venice one day. I drive down there and a guy drops some huge wisdom on me, right? I'm like, whoa, you've been diving deep. He says, Ralph, I see your videos on YouTube. So we get talking for a long time and he shares the most incredible story with me, which is really a life lesson. Let's just call it that. And it's all about becoming your greatest version. You see, he was talking about how before you can get the fruits, you've got to plant the seeds. Can I get a hello there? Let me repeat that. Before you can get the fruits, you've got to plant the seeds. And that's exactly what I've seen along my journey. You see, I didn't just pop up one day and say, okay, yeah, I'm just going to share with people and it's going to be all smooth sailing. Oh no, I've had my sleepless nights, waking up at really early times, right? Going to bed really late, doubting myself, not feeling I was good enough, not believing in myself. Sometimes even the cat down the road wasn't there to comfort me. Friends disappear. Family don't want to know about your story. What's going on? Hold up. Wait a minute, right? Plant the seed. Do something today your future self will thank you for. Something I nearly forgot, thank goodness I didn't, is that you've got to learn how to take one step at a time. You see, the secret to longevity is loving what you do. I saw about a decade ago that the world was changing in so many ways. The whole world is awakening. The whole world is going through a paradigm shift, one of consciousness, a radical change and mutation of the way human beings around the world think. What is that? That we aren't separate from each other. But wait a minute. Because when I first started, I was all about, okay, Egypt, and I still love ancient Egypt. But you see, it's even far more bigger than that. as a deep diver who's been diving for years, inspiring millions, the big picture is that human beings, we know nothing. I know nothing, because enlightenment is knowing how much you don't know. At the same time, I am open to the infinite possibilities of what life is showing to me. Some people are still talking about black and white. We were talking about that about a decade ago here. But you see, the people I'm connecting with, they've already transcended that. Because we got all kinds of colors in this universe, right? And human beings aren't the be all and end all. That's why lots of people in ancient times talked of human beings as a slave species. So to free your mind, you've got to remind yourself, you've got to see the bigger picture. While you're arguing, someone is controlling you because you're not realizing that separation. You're not realizing separation is the greatest illusion ever created. So once I began to free the labels of race, nationality, I became an infinite being. Through that, the gates of abundance were opened because I connect with all kinds of people from all around the world. Once again, only because I am free within myself. Something I nearly forgot, thank goodness I remembered, is that you don't have to take yourself so seriously all the time. You don't have to do it, right? That's why the cat down the road joins me for a lot of videos. That's a secret, right? I'm having a great time every single day when I'm sharing. But when I first started, I was very serious. I was like, okay, I'm this psychologist. I'm this criminologist. You better take me seriously. No fun. Lots of pressure, lots of stiffness. When I started to loosen up, man, can I get a hello there? Miracles started to happen. So if you are in life and you think the only way people are going to treat you seriously is if you are serious, you might be deceiving yourself, because the truth of the matter is, at the end of the day, the only thing that matters is who had the most fun. You got to enjoy what you're doing in whatever you're doing. You got to do it for you first and foremost. You got to realize that you can't please everyone, right? I share videos more for journal because when I first started doing this, nobody was doing it. So I had to create a whole entire blueprint. And now I see so many people doing it. I'm just grateful to say, wow, nerds run the world. Nerds run the world. Nerds run the world, right? Many times we think, what have I got to say? What have I got to share? What have I got to offer the world? And for many years, I thought like that too. I said, well, everything has already been done. It's already been said. But what I reminded myself of is that you are a unique being. And once you love yourself 100%, once you accept yourself 100%, it doesn't matter what anybody has to say. Something I nearly forgot. Thank goodness I didn't. Is that sometimes you got to disobey your parents. What am I talking about? You see, our parents only want the best for us. Growing up, my parents wanted the best for me too. Right? They wanted me to go and graduate, get a job, get married, and do stuff which parents want their children to do. Right? Just get out of the house and be successful. But as I was going through my journey, when I wasn't doing what my parents wanted me to do, I felt, goodness gracious, I don't want to let them down. I don't want to disappoint them. At the same time, I'm torn in between pleasing them and following my heart. What am I going to do? I was working in a school as a psychologist with people with ADHD, autism. My mom was so proud, but was I? Oh yes, I was. For the first few years. Can I get a hello there? Then I said, it's time to get out of there. It's time to realize there's more to the system. But I was grateful for the experience. But then I realized it's not about living in the footsteps of your parents. It's not about doing what society wants you to do. It's not about fitting into society. It's about creating a whole new entire blueprint. People say, gosh, how can you create out of thin air? I say this is the least I can do, because as a psychologist, I know that we're only using a very small percentage of our true brain capacity. The human mind and brain is so complex that we can literally accomplish anything we want with the right heart, mind intention, with the right heart, mind coherency, with the right heart, mind fusion. But you see, many of us, our heart and mind are disconnected. So our mind is telling me yes. Is that how it goes? I don't know. Right? But my heart is telling me something else, right? So, something I nearly forgot, thank goodness I remembered, is that your heart and mind have to work together. Many of us were in our ego 24/7. What happens? We think that we buy things with money. No, we buy them with hours from our lives. Can I get a hello there? So when they say time is money, it is very true. Because why put yourself, for instance, in a job which you don't like? Well, I just need the money. Not realizing your time is money. So what I reminded myself of early on along my journey was that, look, yes, we are immortal. Yes, we are infinite, but you only live once. You as you may not be coming back anytime soon. I accept that as a spiritual existentialist. That's the new expression, right? A spiritual existentialist. Because I studied existentialism, which is where people, Kierkegaard, the great philosophers of that time, spoke of how, existentialism, where you're wondering what is the meaning of life, right? And I know there is a great meaning. At the same time, I also know there is no meaning, which is the great paradox, right? The great contradiction in itself. What are we talking about? How can there be meaning and no meaning? Right? Because you see, life is full of contrast. We have to achieve all of this success at the same time. We don't have to do anything. All we have to do is exist. Can I get a hello there? But for what it's worth, if life is full of meaning and no meaning, well, it doesn't matter whatever you do. It means you've got to go and you've got to hack away. You got to realize that happiness comes and bravery comes when you have nothing left to lose. Lots of people write to me every single day and say, Ralph, gosh, I see the illusion of what the world is becoming. How can I go on like this? Not enough conscious people in the world. And I say, hang on a minute. We're changing the world right now. right? I'm changing it. I'm seeing it. We're getting so many views, it's even hard to keep up because the world is ready. We're piercing the veil of the illusion. Something I nearly forgot, thank goodness I remembered, is that we are the pioneers. People say, I can see so clearly now about how the world really works. I'm stepping into my power now. I don't need a guru. I don't need to follow anyone. I just need to be reminded about my true power. And that's what I remind myself every single day. Something I nearly forgot, thank goodness I remembered, is that, look, Maktub, right? That's a book by Paulo Coelho, the great author, which means in Arabic, it was written. So long as you are in alignment to your life purpose, abundance will flow. All you have to do is play your part. Something I remembered, thank goodness, is that I can't compare myself to anybody else. There is no need for me to compete with anybody else because it's not about competition. It's about cooperation. Something I nearly forgot, thank goodness I remembered, is that, look, all of those weird thoughts going in your mind, oh, people are going to think I'm crazy. Well, let them think you're crazy because you are bloody crazy. Can I get a hello there? You want to be crazy, right? You want to be out of your mind. Not in the mind. You want to be out of your mind. Like the great psychologist Fritz Perls said, you got to lose your mind and come to your senses because it's only through that, which is what I call the next level approach. How did I all of a sudden just blow up? I didn't. But over time, one step at a time, I was taking the risk. I was talking about all kinds of different things. That's the blueprint for success. And that's why every day I wake up with a bunch of grapes in my mouth. Can I get a hello there? So be weird, be wacky, be nerdy, but more so, be your true, authentic self. And never forget that the power lies within you. Have a beautiful day. We're here. Getting high. Infinite waters. Diving deep once again. Stay well. Stay healthy. Peace.